What's it called? What's it called? What's it called? No, he doesn't even know what it's called. What's it called?
Me and you know? You ever say stuff like that?
No. One of my I like the one where it's like, bow at the dub at the bang the bang diggy diggy diggy. My name is Kid
Batman.
Rock and I'm an alcoholic.
Yeah. I think all the stuff you think I think.
I just can't believe anyone ever thought the first Batman where it was like Zowie, and they were like na. Like, how did you think that was a good idea? Why? How to get the first Batman comics darker than that? Why did they think that was good?
Was the first Batman comic darker than that? Or wasn't it part of that sort of like action comics where it was just like a guy's robbing a bank and Batman shows up and says, if you don't leave, I'm going to yell. And the guy's like, well, I don't like being yelled at. And I was only stealing a briefcase full of blank checks.
I feel like the first Batman, he was stealing some apples. Like, it was a guy who needed a few apples to feed his family, and Batman was like, no!
It is really funny that, like, now we've had superhero comics around for a long time. And you can understand how Batman would get written in an era where there was no such thing. Mm-hmm. It's like, you know, it was Batman. It's a man dressed as a bat. We do not need to explain this at all. Because this concept is so foreign and insane to us that the simple idea of a man dressing up as a bat and punching you is the edgiest shit of all time. But now we've updated superheroes to be gritty, you know, and we see
all have so much grit.
Oh man, the darkness. They're sort of a villain too, but they're still a bat.
Still a bat.
So funny, dude.
Still a bat. Still a penguin.
Still a penguin is the villain. Of the two. Personally, I wouldn't think the penguin would be the villain. Between a penguin, if you say penguin versus bat, who's the hero? I'm like penguin every day.
That's a good point.
Yeah,
that's a very good point. The Riddler's just having a good time.
It's jokes.
Yeah.
All the villains in Batman are. There's the jokester, and then there's the Joker.
Yes, they hate comedians so much. It's just
dude.
We're going to beat the shit out of funny people.
It's also like hard to get on board conceptually with it when it's just like, this guy's really rich. You know, like just kind of at a basic level, I hate that. I don't like you for that. And it's like they paint this picture of like, well, he's this rich guy who gives all his money back, and he created a free train system in the city, and he's trying to clean it up. And it's like, yeah, but you do have all the money just in like a pile in your room, and there are people who can't eat. So I don't know, man. Maybe the story.
Yeah, your
of Batman
house is
be
so big.
So big.
Your house is so big.
It's so big that you hide your car in the basement. You have a car and a helicopter hidden in the basement that you get there through a secret waterfall.
You have your own waterfall.
You got your own waterfall, and people don't even know that it's part of your property. People probably hike to that waterfall, and they're like, "Ooh, what a beautiful waterfall!"
Oh yeah.
You think anyone was ever hiking and the Batmobile flies through, and then you had to go kill him?
Probably. You have to kill a lot of people, and then he's like, "Ooh, do the ends justify the means?" Every week I kill about 8 people.
Yeah.
Who they're like, "What am I building here?" And he's like, "It's nothing." It seems like a Batmobile.
That's true.
No, he takes it into the mechanic.
No.
You think he takes it to a mechanic?
Yeah, right. Well, that's the thing. In order for Batman to exist, he has to be good at everything on Earth.
Yeah.
I tweeted this once, so I'm so sorry for quoting myself.
Let's hear these
really
tweets.
am not trying to run bits on you, Caleb, except I am.
I love bits.
One of my bigger tweets ever. It was, can we talk about what a good graphic designer Batman is?
Yeah.
And that's true. Who made the Batman logo? Was it just like a 15-year-old he then killed?
And it's almost like merch. He's even throwing a bat.
Yes.
He's throwing like a ninja star shaped like his thing. Like, don't forget it was me.
An interesting thing. Why make the the throwing stars, your logo?
Well, it's so weird because it's like you have your secret identity, but it's like you really want people to remember. It's like, this is the Batmobile.
Right.
And here's my bat hook.
Right. Everything
It's on his
has a
belt.
bat.
It's on his chest.
Yeah, totally. This is my bat butler. It's the one thing. Alfred doesn't get batted up.
Right.
I wish they did. Bat Alfred.
Bat Alfred.
Bat Alfred.
Bat Butler.
Wait, so you're Bat Alfred. But Bruce Wayne has a butler named Alfred. Oh, he's a different person.
I bet when he first tried it out, when he first got his, he had another like pointy ear mask for Alfred, and Alfred was like, I don't feel like
I really feel like this is childish.
I love you, but you clearly have some issues with bats.
I'll like wash your rubber clothes.
Yeah,
if
I
you
know.
want.
The cape is not, you don't need,
And I'll mop up the cave. Look, I'll mop up the cave and I'll feed the bats and I'll wash your rubber shirt.
and it's like, well, how many rooms are in that house? Like 30, 40 rooms?
Totally.
One butler who's decrepit.
Old as shit.
Old man.
Alfred in the Christopher Nolan series is a little bit more spry. But before that, it was like an old man.
Very old guy.
It's like, you should be taking care of
From
him.
England. He came to America to be a butler.
One of those people that became a butler because that's how fast they walk. Just the slowest walking people on earth. And just like, well, I guess I can carry a tray from one side of a house to another inside of a day. So I might as well.
Well, yeah, I guess good on Bruce for not hiring a younger, hotter maid.
That's true.
He's just like, this is my buddy. He's 86,
Yeah.
and I make him clean 40 rooms a day.
He cleans 40 rooms a day and takes all day. He never sleeps.
He never gets to sleep.
He would sleep, except he's got to mop up my cave and wash my Batcopter.
Right.
And he's got to do other things butlers do, like find gasoline for my jet engine car.
Yeah.
And order 10,000 masks from China.
Yeah.
Which, wow. That's like a part of it in Batman Begins. It's like, well, we can mask the fact that we're ordering these by getting them from China, but we have to get 10,000 of them. That's like a part of the discussion they have.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
It's like, well, we'll have extra.
Yeah.
But it's like, yeah, but also Batman gets famous immediately because he's a guy who dresses as a bat and fights like criminals in face paint. So the people in China who made them were like, oh, we for sure
Yeah, I
know.
think we should look where we drop these off. Maybe that's
Yeah.
where Batman is.
We could just email the cops. Just the idea that there's no email.
You know, they
and
get the news in China.
and America don't talk. Yeah. There's also a part of The Dark Knight where he goes to Hong Kong.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Totally. So I'm just saying, I think Batman, the movies might be bullshit.
Dude, I don't even think it
that-
happened.
I think it's lies, dude. Yeah, man. I don't think there's a single real person. I think it's all acting.
Yeah, it is funny that to try and poke holes in something that is so
Truly.
if you feel like poking holes in this, you are too old to watch Batman,
And you're no fun.
and you should just know that or enjoy it. Like, oh,
enjoy
wait
it.
a minute, though. Wait a minute. You're telling me.
Right.
No, I'm not telling you. It's a story.
That's why it's so funny when it gets racial. It's not funny, but like Star Wars fans, remember when they were like, there's no Asian people in Star Wars. It's just like, God damn, you're such an asshole. You're like so clearly a bad person.
Yeah. The only thing it is like that Pete Holmes bit, that they need to be British if it's a sword movie.
Oh,
you have
sure.
to have a British accent to be in Lord of the Rings or
Look,
you
if
can't.
It's set anywhere except America, it's England in their accents. That's just the deal. I grew up in the 90s and I learned that. If you're speaking a language that isn't English, but in the movie they're speaking English so I can understand it, British accent.
Yeah.
Has to be.
And I love that there's British people on every planet in the Star Wars universe. They'll be like, we're in Alderaan.
Right.
Alderaan.
It's Alderaan.
And Han Solo just has his voice, but
Totally.
they'll go to another planet. Welcome to Tatooine.
Harrison Ford is the Kevin Costner of space. And I've always said that.
That's so true. Oh, that's so true.
Isn't it funny, like when you started finding out that Harrison Ford was drunk all the time?
Oh, it makes it so much
It's
better.
such a funny. Remember when he was flying his plane drunk and he crashed it in a field?
Oh, it's
It was
the
like 5
funniest
years ago.
The funniest thing in the world.
And he was fine. And no one got hurt. It's just like, yeah, sure, I guess.
It's funny because he's been in so many action movies that I think people forgot that the real guy did that. I think people were like, wasn't there a movie where like he got drunk and flew a plane?
Right. Totally.
Because it's like he's done everything you can do. Why not?
Yeah, he's flown plane. Yeah, right. All his characters have, obviously.
Get off my plane.
Yeah, dude, do you remember Josh Fadem? Oh, I guess you weren't around for when Josh Fadem was around a lot. But you know who Josh is, right?
Yeah, I've heard about Josh.
He was just one of those, when I started stand-up, it was just this era of like these comics who did Tiger Lily and Comedy Death Ray, and then eventually my show Holy Fuck and Barbara Gray's show 1-2 Punch, and just that. It was just this scene of like really silly motherfuckers.
Mm-hmm.
And Josh, he just had this like 10 minutes I saw him do all the time that was just, it was my favorite. And he had these crazy one-liners. Like one of the jokes was, oh my God, did you hear about Tito Jackson? Yeah, his brother died. And
oh, that's funny.
Such a good joke. And he had these crazy jokes about Kiss, where he would just be like, I hate Kiss. People like Kiss. I don't like Kiss. This is why I don't like Kiss. Kiss goes like this. Yeah. Are you guys ready to rock? It's time to rock. It's time for rock and roll. Here we go. Yeah, let's rock. Rock a rock a hey, rock a low, rock a yo. And then just like randomly in between jokes, he would go, all right, here's my impression of Harrison Ford. Get off my plane, Chewie. And he would just say other Harrison Ford quotes and put Chewie in.
Man, that is so silly.
Yeah, so silly.
No, but I do that point about
Josh
Kiss.
is in the pilot of Loki.
That's crazy.
He's the did you see Loki yet?
Mm-mm. I haven't seen anything.
Oh, there's like a part, it's weird. He's in this like basically bureaucratic center that's run by gods. I don't know how to explain it if you haven't seen it. I certainly don't know how to explain it quickly, but Josh is the only other guy waiting in line in this like super bureaucracy area, and they just kill him.
Oh, hell yeah.
He's like, hey, no, I don't need a number. And they just kill him, and he vaporizes.
That's great.
It was so funny because I was with my girlfriend, and I was like, oh my God, that's my friend Josh. Oh my God, he got a gig. That's so cool. And then he just gets killed immediately. Like while I was pointing
That's
it
when
out.
you need a comedian.
Yeah.
I've always wished I could be in a Liam Neeson's role in Gangs of New York. There was one scene gets killed.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Seems
right at the
great.
beginning.
I want to be killed. I want people to know,
Yes.
this character's going to die in the first scene.
I want to be a dead body in Law and Order. We were talking about this at Kyle's party. Dead body in Law and Order. Because Rob Hayes was saying he wants to be a doctor in a soap opera that delivers bad news.
Yeah. Oh, it's perfect.
God, that was so funny because his girlfriend kept being like, you're not going to get it. Because he would say like, they're not going to make it. And she's like, that's not good.
He couldn't say it without smiling. He could not say they're not going to make it. He tried even saying it's not looking good. Still couldn't do it without laughing.
Totally.
It's not looking good.
Josh also played, I don't know if you saw how much of 30 Rock you saw, but he was Liz Lemon's manager.
Wait, yes.
He also, who was a dog manager.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Anyway, I don't remember what the fuck.
No, I love silly
took me
shit like
there.
that. Harrison Ford was drunk, flew into a
Harrison
thing.
Ford impression.
He
that's why.
also, I was watching some of the new Star Wars, the Abrams joints, and I love the new characters. I like Poe, and I like Finn. I like Rey. I like Kylo Ren. I like them.
Yeah.
But they are kids. You know what I mean? Even
Yes.
Oscar Isaac is like a little boy. And you forget that like Luke's a little boy in the first one.
Right.
But like Han Solo is a man.
Right. He's like an old man.
Yeah, he's like a man.
Oh, I guess he's a man in the first one.
Yeah.
He's like a 30-year-old who makes friends with a 17-year-old.
Yeah, like a little boy.
Right.
With a
Totally.
ruffle his hair and stuff.
With like right.
But in the new one, it's like there's no like even the villain. Like you got the old guys, but it's like I don't know what it. Maybe it's just that it's Disney or something. But it's like
it's just kids.
30-year-olds are not. They're all in their 30s though, but they're not. I don't know. 30 used to be different. In the 70s, a 30-year-old was like a whole different kind of person.
That was like a very old person.
Yeah. And now they're like 30-year-olds.
George Burns in Oh God, he was 31. Those photos of like those ads of Wilford Brimley, where he's like advertising her diabetes medication.
He was.
Yeah, he's 25.
25.
Yeah.
And that wasn't even diabetes. That was just living through the 70s.
Yeah,
You just
totally.
looked like that.
Diabetes was a restaurant in
Diabetes.
Iowa City. Yeah, and you were like,
I would honestly, if they opened a diabetes, people would go. If you spell it like that,
diabetes
with
people
would go.
Wilford Brimley's face on it, 100%. 100%. Dude, that 100% thing, I don't know where.
100%.
Brand new for me. 100%.
You're always keeping it 100.
It's 100%.
100%.
It's just gonna become this thing where I'm like 100%.
But it's so funny. Me and you are like probably both older than Harrison Ford was. But he seems like old. We're men, but like, you know what I mean?
I actually think about this a lot, how like all of our friends are 28 to 42.
Yeah.
And I would even maybe go up to 44, 45.
Yeah.
Like Ryan Singer, he's what, 44?
He's 100.
45. Yeah, he's dead.
Old
He
man.
died.
I killed him.
Yeah, totally. That's
So,
why
yeah,
he's a
it's-
coffin. But that we all seem very youthful in this specific way, like the way people look, literally.
Yeah.
The definition of everybody's face, I don't look at them and think they're in their 30s, right? Because of this.
Right.
Because of there was like a definition in people's face and body that made them seem older. This is funny. That's
they
true.
had man fit. Like we're both. Eddie Murphy's still older than us when he was in Delirious at 22.
Right.
He still seems like more of a man. It's weird.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. I think that like the kids like us, if we were born in the 50s, we would have just died.
We just gotten killed.
Yeah. We wouldn't
Totally.
have lived. I don't know.
I would be like, I'm feeling a little anxious, and then someone just slit my throat. Like my own father would just drown me in a tub.
Yeah, it was tough back then. You had to really be. I don't know.
Sad, and I'd be like, yeah, I actually am. Like I'm just.
You know how Gary Coleman, like he got old, but he just looked like an old kid.
Yeah.
he never looked like a man, and that's how
Right.
all of us are.
Right.
All of our friends, we just look
I
like
have
old
gray
kids.
in my hair and my face. I still look 15
Old
in
kid.
the face.
You look like an old kid,
Totally.
and I'm an old. We're all old kids. None of us are men.
I wonder if it's that we're not in the sun very much.
We're not.
Like
We're not.
The sun like weathers and wrinkles your face.
Yeah, like Humphrey Bogart was 30, and he looked like 70.
Totally.
But like made out of like razor wire somehow. I don't understand it. But maybe they all smoked. That was maybe part of it. They all smoked and they all ate pork every meal, and
Sure.
I think they just aged and got hardened. And I
and
think
they
they all had to
probably,
fight in wars.
You would like get made fun of for drinking water and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
We didn't fight the Nazis for you to come home and drink water.
Drink Budweiser.
Come on, drink Budweiser, eat raw beef, punch your friends.
Punch your friends.
Punch your friends. If
you-
you love your wife, you're going to hell. You better hate her.
Hate the people you love.
Hell.
Hit the men in your life.
Hit your kid. Also the men. Hit your kids and men. Yeah, it was just insane back then.
Prioritize anger over reading.
In the 70s, like every day, there was a 50% chance someone would break a pool cue over your head. That was a very big chance.
That's the thing about the movie Cool Hand Luke.
Yeah.
Is that back then, everyone when they were born, Cool Hand was put at the beginning of their name.
Cool Hand.
Yeah, so there would have been a Cool Hand Dave or a Cool Hand Caleb.
Cool Hand Caleb.
Yeah.
I like it.
Me too.
Hell yeah. We need to rename Cool Hand Luke.
I've never broken. Will I get to break a pool cue over somebody in my life? You know what I mean? Or roll them over a pool table. You know? I want to throw a person and have them bounce off the pool table.
I want to see you break a beer bottle on the side of the bar, make it sharp, and then...
I want to punch someone in the face and have them fall backward into a crowd, and then have the crowd push them back at me, and then they put their dukes up.
Oh,
again.
yeah.
Yeah. Also, I've never put up any dukes.
No, me neither.
Yeah.
I would be so blown away if I woke up one day and you had gotten in a fight.
That'd be
Where I
wild.
was like, Dave broke a pool cue over Jack Knight's head.
Jack Knight.
Isn't it weird? I don't know what they were mad about. And then Jack Knight has stabbed him with a sharp bottle.
Yeah, it was
weird?
insane. Yeah, they got in it was like Lionheart. It was
Really
like,
strange.
Yeah, it turns out Jack and Dave have like generations long beef. And they both started learning to fight when they were 11.
Then Nate Craig ran him over with a motorcycle. He had a chain, and he like hit him with the chain as he went by. Isn't that weird? I mean, things are crazy after COVID.
Yeah, it's weird. The Improv Lab became like The Outsiders on Tuesday.
I love this little. We just came up with our own comic book. Just badass comedians doing horrible, violent things.
So funny. A bunch of alt comedians threw a Molotov cocktail into the Comedy Store last night?
Yeah, what the hell? Nobody took that lockdown good in California.
Man. Welcome to What's
It Called? Hey, we got really creative in the cold open there. Dude, that was like, I was honestly wanting to read that comic.
Totally.
The
one where
violent
the
comedy.
Each other?
Yeah.
Violent comedy.
East West Side.
East Side versus West
beef.
Side.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Finally, we get to see what happens when Dave Ross fights Chris Gorbos.
It's funny that there's so many Comedy Store comics who just do fight. They like train.
But we're putting the West Side Comedy Theater up against Hot Tub. Man, will Ryan O'Flanagan get to take down Kristen Shaw?
Please look up all these people we're saying because it's way funnier if you look them up. They're all so funny.
Chris Gorbos runs West Side Comedy Theater, and it's a great place. It's reopening, and they remodeled it.
I cannot even believe how good this episode is. We're talking so much about comics and fighting and all this shit, and this week we are renaming
fucking Batman, dude.
This is like so on theme.
I know. How do we do it? Real quick.
Know.
You're listening to What's It Called? I'm Dave Ross.
I am Caleb Sinan.
I'm at Dave to the Ross on Twitter. He's at Dumb Caleb.
At Dumb Caleb. Don't forget.
He's at Caleb Sinan on Instagram, and I'm at Dave to the Ross on Instagram. Real quick, our website is whatsitcalled.rodeo. There's links to our Patreon on there.
Hell yeah.
On YouTube if you want video episodes.
That's right.
To us on Twitter and Instagram, an embed of the latest episode. If you want to share it with your friends, please review us and rate us on Stitcher and iTunes and help spread the word. All that really helps. We have so much fucking fun with this show, and we can tell you do too.
It's the best. You're the best. We love you. You'll get a shout out if you join. We'll shout you out. You get some free stuff.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
On our Patreon. Yeah, our Patreon is patreon.com/what's it called?
Hell yeah.
Bonus episodes called What's in There every week.
What's in there? Sometimes what's under there.
Yeah, this week we did What's Under Nellie's Band-Aid, which
and wait till you hear.
I'm very proud of
that fun one.
Concept. Yeah, totally. And what was the other thing I was going to say, Caleb?
Ooh,
yes. We pre-recorded all these episodes in July.
Mm-hmm.
So in July we are not doing the shout-outs from the Patreon, and we are not calling out on Twitter what we're renaming that week. But generally, and starting back up in August, everyone who joins the Patreon gets a shout-out, and at the beginning of every week we tweet out what we're renaming that week, and you get to participate. So if you want to participate, follow us and do that.
Hell yeah. And it's so fun when you participate. We were just talking earlier. It's like a new game or sport.
Yeah.
That was completely a waste of time, but so is Uno.
I don't know how we
so's Operation.
made it happen. Totally. Yeah,
but it's so much fun.
Hopefully it grew from like nothing to this, and hopefully we'll keep making more dumb parts of it.
Hell yeah. It's my favorite thing. I do want to say a couple things. I'll be in Lawrenceville, Georgia at the Aurora Theater on July 27th, Flicker Theater in Athens, July 29th, and the Getaway in Asheville on July 30th.
Hell yeah.
Hell
dude.
yeah. Come on out.
I believe as of recording this, the only stuff I have in the books, aside from in October and November, I've got Pensacola, Florida on the 25th of July.
Nice.
And I might be in Hattiesburg, Mississippi. We're still figuring that out, but that's on my website, davetotheross.com. Later in the year, I'm going to be in Denver at High Plains Comedy Festival, and I'm going to be at Savage Henry Comedy Festival in Northern California, and then all around Texas, the South and Midwest at the end of the year. But we got some time before that.
Dude, hell yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, so much time.
You got names for Batman?
Oh, check this out. I was naming Batman a little last night, a little today.
Oh, shit.
And I love Batman. He's tied for fate. I mean, I love...
Yeah.
I'm a basic bitch comic book guy. I like Spider-Man and Superman and Batman, all the stuff you'd think. So, okay, here's some Batman names. I'll rattle a few off. We got Elon Dusk.
Oh, wow.
Elon Dusk.
Hard, dude. That's some good shit.
Donovan Richcop.
That like, I don't know. I like almost coughed. That like really, wow. I like didn't laugh as much as I wanted to laugh. It didn't surprise me so much. Whoa. Donovan Rich Cop. I mean, that is just, I mean, I don't even know what to say, Caleb. That's incredible.
Donovan Rich
Mr.
Cop.
Rich Cop. Wow.
All right, we got Tuxedo Cat Moneybags.
Oh my God. Dude, I'm sorry. I'm just not going to get over Donovan Rich Cop. Donovan Rich Cop is the one. I want to hear all the rest, but
All right, so we already decided it's Donovan Rich Cop.
Yeah.
We got a Sad Boy Kill Mommy.
Wow. How about this? The Growler.
I like the Growler.
Yeah.
I got Dude, Where's My Dad?
Yes.
Pollywog Mumble Growl. Hampton Dark Car.
Dark Car. Carman.
We got Squinty No Powers.
What? Oh, dude. That's amazing.
And I got Darkwing Cuck.
Yes, dude.
Michael Theaton. Pointy Man. The Unmarried Billionaire. Richie Bitch. Wayne's World. And then I have Bruce's $1 billion cook-off.
Damn, Wayne's World.
Yeah.
Bruce's $1 million cook-off. Shut up. That would be so great if Bruce Wayne's alter ego included him being that type of rich piece of shit.
Yeah.
Just like, everybody come try my barbecue. There's no bats in it. Why'd you say that?
Yeah. Oh, nothing.
No reason.
Nothing.
I'm afraid of bats. And everyone's like, wait a minute.
It's a weird thing to say at
Aren't
the
there
cook-off.
other people in his life who know he's afraid of bats too?
I'm sure he brings it up in annoying ways.
It is just so funny that, you know, I mean, obviously, like we were saying, it's a story and you just believe it and who gives a shit. Suspension of disbelief. But like, it is ridiculous. Like, it's now been almost, we're going to be creeping up on 100 years of Batman in our
it's
lifetime.
coming up.
Which is really funny. That the whole time we continue to watch movies where the conceit is he just puts a mask over not even his whole face.
No.
And everyone's like, who is that?
Yeah, less than half. Like, I would recognize... that's what I realized during COVID. I can recognize people
Totally.
with a mask, a hat, dark glasses. Like, I know it's you.
You don't totally believe it. You have to like, you point at each other and then someone pulls their mask down. You're like, ah.
Yeah.
But you
it's-
fucking know.
And
You knew when it was
especially...
me.
I'll recognize any billionaire wearing anything at
No
any time.
shit.
All of them.
Everybody on Earth knows how Bruce Wayne walks. Batman don't walk different, and that's a bumper sticker. You know what I mean?
It doesn't. Are there even other rich people in Gotham City? Like, who else is rich? Who else is
that's
rich enough
another
to
funny
do
thing.
that?
It's like you know, New York, right? But in the world that has Metropolis and Gotham. Gotham is one of the biggest cities on Earth, if not the biggest. I'm sure like Jeff Bezos lives there, you know? Where It's
Right.
like, you know who else lives in Gotham? The band Haim. Like, do you think Bruce Wayne ever went to a Haim show?
Oh, I hope so.
I hope
I
so,
bet he'd like
too.
Haim.
Yeah. I bet you Toby Keith lived there.
I love this.
Wow.
I love this
I love this
cave.
cave and bats. Beer for my bats. Dude, if they were like, Batman is please tell me Batman is not Toby Keith. That's fucking fun, dude.
Toby Keith Batman is real fun.
If they like never actually told us who Batman was and we had to guess, like, who would it piss you off the most if Batman were real? It was like a real, like, fought crime, was the hero of the world kind of situation with some darkness and edge and all this money. Who would it make you the most angry to find out that it was?
Macaulay Culkin.
Why Macaulay Culkin?
That was the first one that came into my head where I'd be like,
Just because
huh?
it seems like
it's not.
Yeah.
George Bush.
Dude, wow, dude, that's so funny.
It's just
George
Bush.
W. Bush is Batman, and he's like, hey, you guys got to stop. You guys got to stop trying to kill all the people in Gotham. You know, when my dad was president,
My dad was
he never
Batman.
would have put up with this. So one thing I don't understand about Gotham, it's got like 7 or 8 Saddam Hussein. And
you have a pretty good George Bush.
Thank you. And he's not wrong.
And it doesn't sound like anyone else's George Bush, really. It's a good George Bush.
Thanks. Well, you just gotta kind of speak like you're a little sexy. You know? Not really open your mouth the whole way. You know?
That's a really good Bush.
Hey,
I'm serious. I hope he becomes president again, so you can use that.
I like to paint my dog.
Paint dogs.
I like to paint. I'll paint a dog. You know.
I wouldn't want it to be Bush. I wouldn't want it to be I don't know, Louis C.K.
Dude, that would really suck if it turned out to be like Roman Polanski.
You're a criminal, and I have to catch you.
I have to catch you.
Catch you.
I have to.
I have to. And come
Yeah,
sometimes
that's so
when I
funny.
catch.
It turns out it is Charles Manson. Charles Manson is Batman, and you're like, no, fuck.
That's why he's covering up this, because the swastika's under the cover up part.
I think I would also be a little bummed if it were Kyle
Ayers. If Batman was Kyle Ayers, that brain surgery was just so he could get a new suit. That's all it was.
That's what it was.
Get a new suit.
He was going in, and they were like, yeah.
No, if it did turn out to be a friend, that would be devastating.
It would be like, dude, how did I not know? Man?
Right.
What if you found
You
it was
had a
your
lot
dad?
of oh no. Yeah. Dad's Batman.
Yeah.
Did you ever think maybe, like, I always love those shows where it's like somebody's a secret agent and their family doesn't even know?
Yes.
Did you always wish that kind of was the truth?
I was actually just trying to write a stand-up bit about this, how in every single movie about this, every single movie about it, there's like the secret agent and he has the regular job. It's always the same situation. It's a dude and he's married. And the wife is like, oh, my husband is so boring. He's so boring. The only interesting thing he does is sometimes he flies to Iowa City for a conference.
Yeah.
And he's like, honey, I got to leave for work early today because I have to count papers. And she's like, oh, you're so boring. And then
oh, what a job. 25.
I get paid, well, it's 1972 and I get paid $90,000 a year to count things. And totally, I'm a head counter over
papers.
at the number building.
She's like, I'm so sick of him talking about work.
He won't stop talking about numbers. It's like, God, I wish there was at least a letter or two in this house. Oh, man, all of our friends are numbers.
And he's like, it's my mom's 80th birthday tomorrow. He's like, I don't want to talk about
I
work.
don't want to talk about
I don't want to know how old she is.
No numbers in the house.
No.
But then something goes horribly awry, and the wife gets involved in like some scenario that involves him secret agenting, like the fox shoots the house or whatever.
The fox.
Oh no, it's the fox, and he got a new machine gun. And he's not, the fox hates me, and he found out my identity, and now he's trying to shoot my house up. And the wife is home. And anyway, in every single one of those movies, the wife is like, you lied to me. You lied to me. I can't believe you would lie to me my whole life. And it's like, sure. But wouldn't that wear off pretty quickly? And you're like, damn, you're in the fucking CIA. That rules.
Right.
At least the kids would be like, this is sick, dude.
And it's for sure, if she was like, I can't believe you lied. Some party has to go, oh, he's not cheating on me. He's in the CIA. Yes. I was so sure.
So of course he lied. Yeah. And like, sure, but it wouldn't be like, no, we are not together. I am breaking up with you because you're a secret agent.
Well, for me though, if I found out that like Ginny was in the CIA,
yes.
We'd probably have to break up because I'd be like, I don't like that you're overthrowing foreign governments and installing right-wing dictators.
Well, that's what's so funny.
That's what's upsetting to me.
The reason.
Yeah.
The reason's always you lied to me.
You lied to me.
Not you.
No, keep overthrowing the governments and installing a dictator.
one by one continue instigating a coup in every single South American country in order to install a dictator that is sympathetic to America's causes.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's
I
like,
really like that you killed Che.
and JFK, all my favorite T-shirts. You killed Calvin peeing on. You killed Calvin peeing on.
That's the thing. They never talk about that because Calvin just peed on one too many things, and Hobbs had to take him out.
You never see Hobbs peeing on anything.
Right. Well, Hobbs was cool, dude.
I want to see Hobbs peeing on Calvin.
And Calvin's like, oh, hey. Because that's Calvin's voice. Hey, come on. Man, Calvin and Hobbes was my favorite thing.
So good. So
funny,
good.
dude.
Yeah. Shout out to Calvin and Hobbes.
No
They're
shit.
my biggest comedy influence.
I actually do think it is my biggest comedy influence. Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Maybe not in a grand sense, but it was the thing that made me think about being funny the youngest. It was like the first funny thing I really loved.
Whoa, mine was probably Mr. Bean.
Mr. Bean.
Yeah, because I got it. You can understand why he's funny before you know words.
Right, and being in a Christian household, it's like completely innocuous.
Right, you're like, oh, his tie is stuck in the fridge.
Totally. But there is like some edge to it if you watch a lot of it.
I'm still a huge
Totally.
Rowan Atkinson fan. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, Johnny English is just so funny.
Oh yeah. This is free on YouTube. Check out Rowan Atkinson Live. It's a 90s special, and it's almost no Mr. Bean. It's just a lot of sketches and stand up and monologues, and it's one of the funniest things I've ever seen. Check it out it's free on YouTube, and I guarantee you'll have a good time watching it.
Did you ever watch Victor Borga?
Yes,
Dude.
yes.
My parents had a Victor Borga special on VHS when I was a kid, and I watched it.
Wow.
That was probably the first like stand up thing I watched, and he was already he was a concert pianist until he was 40 or 50, and then he would play piano with
That's amazing.
Martin and Lewis, and would be funny with them, and they were like, you should just go on our show and be funny. And then in his 50s or 60s he started touring playing piano, and he's this incredible pianist, and so his live show is him playing these like beautiful pieces of music and then being hilariously funny, and he's like 85 years old.
I love that. I really think there used to be like 8 comics.
Right.
And then they'd be like, oh, you're funny. You should be the 9th comedian.
I know. I will say some of Victor Borga specifically doesn't hold up because he was back then and old already. So some of it, because comedy evolves so quickly.
He fought in the Civil War.
Yeah, totally. He was a statue until 1901. But like he has this joke that now, like at the time, drove me insane. There are a lot of laughs throughout it.
Mm-hmm.
But now looking back, it's honestly one of the smartest bits ever. And I think he was the first person to write this type of joke, or that I've ever seen at least. And the joke is basically like, my uncle, he had the idea for 7-Up before anyone else. And he was like, honey, I'm creating a soda. Okay. It's called 1-Up. And she was like, well, that's not a high enough number. And he was like, okay. So we went back and he tinkered a little and he came back and he was like 2-Up. And she was like, oh, I don't know. And then he, he worked a little bit and he came up with 3-Up. And we were all like, I don't really know if 3-Up is going to be a thing. And then he made this thing and it was called 4-Up. And then he made 5-Up. And then he made 6-Up. And then he quit and died in obscurity.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, dude.
That's as good as the chicken that pooped in the road because it died. I've been telling that joke all around town. That shit is great.
Oh, dude, totally. That kid, that fucking
That's such a
4-year-old.
great joke. What a good
Why did the
bit.
chicken poop on the road? 'Cause it died.
Yeah.
Damn, dude.
Killer.
I honestly, I didn't write down Batman names. I was just going to riff them out, which I know is fine. But you really knocked it out of the park, dude.
I guess Donovan
Rich Cop, dude. I mean, I just feel like Donovan Rich Cop is just so funny. Because Cop is literally what he's Cop Man.
He is Cop Man, yeah.
Fight Cop. Yeah.
Fight Cop.
Mr. No Gun. Gun Bad. Gun Bad Punch
Gun
Man.
Bad Punch Man. Dude, it's so funny. Like last night, I was writing these, and I like to.
Ooh,
like,
how about this? The Rubber Cat.
the rubber cat.
He actually, that's what he looks like. He doesn't look like
Yeah.
a bat. He looks like a rubber
cat.
black cat wearing a cape.
He really does, and that's why. But honestly, it makes cats so cute to me, especially any black cats, because even if they just have black back of their head, if you look at any cat, and it looks like they think they're Batman, and they think they look so badass, and just imagine them being like, "I'm Batman, I'm Batman."
It's so funny.
I love it.
The idea
I
that
can't
every
handle
cat
it.
all day is like,
I'm Batman. I'll fuck you up. I'll fuck you up. Yeah. Yeah.
And then they're just like, I'm hungry.
Ooh, Batman is hungry. Yeah, so if you have a black cat, look at the back of its head and pretend it's Batman. It makes you very happy.
Dude, that's so fun.
It's a lot of fun.
I love that. Yeah, the Rubber Cat, I think is good.
Rubber Cat.
Oh, God, I just had another one that I fucking forgot. Shit, Licorice Boy.
Licorice Boy.
Licorice
Boy.
Oh, man, the Leather Juggler.
Well, his name could be worse than a furry, because if you want to fuck a bat,
Totally.
you might be a redneck.
Also, some other type of problematic individual. If you want to fuck a bat, you might have several mental illnesses.
Don't do it.
Oh, boy.
It's so fun. I love to. Last night I turned all the lights off and I lit a candle and I had my fountain pen, and I literally, like, I think it's so funny to do something silly in the most serious way. And like with my little fountain pen by candlelight, I was writing like Donovan Rich Cop, Tuxedo Cat
Right.
Money, like
Oh,
as if it was the Declaration of Independence.
Oh, man.
And it's so fun to take it so serious.
Totally.
I really love it.
I think we should call him bipolar disorder. Yeah, you know?
We should call it Men Will Literally Become Batman Instead of Going to Therapy.
Nice, dude. Hell yeah. I fucking love Twitter.
It's always good.
Nothing bad happens there.
Yeah, you should spend most of your day on it.
Twitter would be a good name for Batman. He sort of looks like the
Twitter.
logo.
He does.
He's the Twitter. I'm the Twitter. I'm the Twitter, and I'm going to remove you from this building, or whatever he says, you know?
Do you think he would have a Twitter the way that like the president has a Twitter? Like if Batman had an official like
Oh, yeah, totally. Yeah.
that'd be fun.
Man. Oh, sorry, I crashed my car last night. Hashtag FB. Because Batman would definitely have his Facebook connected in that really lame way.
Oh, I know. Oh, there's nothing worse.
I know.
Folks, don't
do it.
connect
Don't
your
have a
Facebook and your
hashtag
Twitter.
connection.
Oh, don't do it.
I know. Tweet from Hootsuite. You know what I mean?
Hoot. Send out a hoot. Hoot sweet.
The Hoot. That's his name. That's Batman's name.
The hoot.
The Hoot.
Oh man, that's funny.
Totally. And
The
then-
owl.
And that's why we would call Robin the Blowfish.
Man, Robin,
I know.
why with Robin? He's like 20 years younger than Batman for 100 years. It's a
Yeah.
lot, you know.
What about just calling Batman Mike?
Mike.
Hey, Mike, we need help.
Your name's Bruce, and you're like, I need a secret identity. Mike.
Mike. That's so funny.
I've always wanted to be a Mike.
Brent. Brew. Which sounds like Bruce, but isn't Bruce.
Bruce.
Well, do Batman. Keep it Batman.
Brandon.
Brandon. A mass vigilante named Brandon stopped a
Bruce.
robbery yesterday.
Bruce.
The Brandon car. The Brandon mobile.
Brandon. If you, I know a lot of you want to name your cars. If anyone names their car the Brandon Mobile, you gotta tweet at. You gotta let us know.
Oh, dude.
I love it. I think we got some good ones here for
Well,
Batman.
dude, Donovan Rich Cop is just like so. You can't top
It is fun. I think that is
I felt good about some of the ones I said, but Donovan Rich Cop, and what was the other one about Dark Car?
Oh yeah, Hampton Dark Car.
You know, because he does look like a fucking Hampton.
He does. He's got to have a rich first name.
Yes,
And
right.
Hampton and Donovan were the two richest names I could think of.
Yeah, totally. Brock Violence.
Somebody's got to be named Brock Violence. I love that.
It is interesting too. Like obviously, everyone says with Batman that it's like his superpower is his money, but more than that, it's just like his thing is that he just like really gets worked up. He gets worked up and he punches real hard, and I just think that's a very funny thing. The thing that separates him is that he's just like that he just punches real hard.
Yeah, he's so strong.
That's such a dumb concept for a thing and a person. You know what I mean? Just like even the sportiest of the sports cars that people buy because they're fast aren't advertised just like, this is fast. The Corvette is fast.
Now I'm just imagining you just wrote a great SNL sketch. It's Al Pacino doing every car commercial. The Corvette is fast. Oh
boy.
Can you imagine? It's a 10-second commercial. The Corvette is fast.
Wow, this is really... It's fast. He does it with everything. It's just like... Just simplifies everything to its most intense adjective. Coors Light. It's cold.
Oh.
You're not going to believe this.
That is not a bad way to sell things. Every one of those would go viral.
No, for real.
They have him just eating like a new Burger King chicken sandwich, and he just eats it and goes, oh, that's good.
It's a burger. It's like not even a compliment. It's just like what it is.
I like how earlier we were like, I guess we're not men. And then now we're like, this is what we do. It's fun.
Also, God, that's so funny. That would be such a good advertising
That
campaign.
would.
You know what's one of my favorite types of ads is to go to a really shitty place where it's like, come to Maine. And it's like...
The whole state. Come to Maine.
And like, look, you've probably heard me. I love Maine. I've been to Maine. It's beautiful. There's a lot of things I love there. But it's not like there's some crazy extra thing that makes Maine so much more special than anywhere else. I mean, it does if you have a collection of traits that make you like that shit. Just like any state. I love Maine because I'm the type of guy who likes a cobblestone street and history. You know what I mean?
His finger history.
Yeah, and there's like a breeze. You know what I mean?
Ooh, yeah.
I like shit like I like a beach with rocks, you know? You can't just be like you're not gonna believe this. Come to North Dakota. There's no one there.
Seriously, we got to do some Al Pacino commercials.
Dude, but that's what I was gonna say. I love like an ad for visiting Maine where he doesn't give any information. He just goes, "I'm Al Pacino. Go to Maine," and that's the whole thing.
That's it.
Yeah.
Go to Maine, because that would the Twitter reaction alone would be gigantic.
If Al Pacino, maybe he just doesn't want to be around that much. He's like old and done so much Hollywood shit. But if he wanted to be like indie cool, if he had that type of awareness and wanted to, God, he could in a heartbeat just
I would
make a little video blog where it's just him saying crazy simple shit.
Yeah.
Oh,
Listen, like, share, subscribe. I love it. We're gonna do it. I'm gonna make some of these.
Ultras
It's cold.
doesn't have a lot of carbs. It's cold.
I just love him yelling that beer's cold, cars are fast.
If you want to be like Al Pacino, you should get your furniture at IKEA.
What would he say
Al
about
Pacino referring to himself in the third person is also really funny. Al Pacino likes to ride his bicycle.
I think this is all around that line in Heat where he just for no reason, it's a wonderful movie.
So good.
Epic and great. But there's a time where he just goes, she's got a big ass. And it makes no sense why he would read that line that way. The rest of the movie's acting very normally and wonderfully, and it's great. But for some reason, he screams, this lady has a great ass.
Oh, that's true.
And it's like, every time I laugh and laugh and laugh and rewind it and laugh and laugh and laugh.
He's Al Pacino as fuck in that movie, dude. He could
it's
not be more
crazy.
himself. It's like, I just wish, how great would it be if there was one scene, maybe there is, and they cut it, or is like, oh man, someone's just like, God, how are we gonna get out of this situation? I know. How are we gonna get out of this heat? It's hot. It really, he's like so close to doing that.
I know.
Man.
He wants to. You can tell he
See
wants
his
to.
fucking
He
face.
seems like that kind of guy. But yeah, he's great. We love Al Pacino.
Love him so much.
So
Like,
we got
clearly.
Donovan Richcop is the name to beat.
And honestly, y'all, I think y'all are gonna beat it. We got a bunch of suggestions.
Wow,
in,
Batman is lighting up the charts.
We recorded this in a week in June where we only had a day. We announced it at like 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
And then, 16 hours went by and we recorded, and we got so many.
Thanks so much for playing along.
Honestly, the first response is so smart and one of the
hell
funniest
yeah.
things I've ever heard. Phoebe Venturis at Phoebe Venturis said, Inspector Gadget. It's so funny. It's just
That's perfect.
exactly who he is. It's great.
Inspector Gadget.
At Apocpod, replies to us a lot. What's up? Thanks so much. Had some great one. Extremely rich and incredibly sad. Dude, where's my parents?
Hell yeah.
Batman and the I Work Alone. Also, Orphan Black.
Orphan Black.
Dude.
That's perfect.
That's a good one.
Shout out to Orphan Black.
Matt LeGrand. I love Matt LeGrand. He's a great comic in LA. At Matt LeGrand. Billionaire man.
That's true.
It was just Austin says Tim Burton. Jason Noyles says Cedric.
Cedric.
Oh, that's great. At Seth Mills, who responds a lot. What's up, dude? Said Detective Gadget.
Man, I like both of those.
Holy shit. At Don Gerard, who also responds a lot, said Cat Fucker.
Cat fucker.
Is accurate. That is accurate.
Cat fucker.
Louis Katz, funny comedian, a
Very
good friend
funny
of
guy.
ours. That fucking means a lot that you responded, dude. He said dead parents, dude. Oh, man. At kitten_831 said, who needs therapy for intense childhood trauma when you have Money Man?
Money Man.
Hello, I'm Money Man. And this is my money car. I'm going to go back to my money cave and and make some money stars to throw at you.
Money Man is so funny.
Money Man fucking rules. Eric Barnes said, pointy-eared punch man. And then, this one's really good. White privilege unhinged.
Oh man, who said that?
That was also Eric W. Barnes.
Good going, Eric Barnes.
And dude, another comedian, friend of the show. Dude, thanks so much for responding. At Andy Sell. Bad dad.
Bad
Dude.
dad. We've done bad Santa. We've done bad teacher. And we've done dirty grandpa. But bad dad.
Bad dad.
There needs to be a bad dad.
Horrible father. Eddie Malden, another comedian. What's up, dude? Said sad man.
Sad man.
And another
He
Seth
is a sad man.
Mills, emo bully. Wow. Dude. Okay, here's another Seth Mills. That rich guy who dresses up and beats up poor people instead of fixing the socioeconomic problems in his city, which he definitely has enough money and power to do.
Damn.
I feel like that's more of like a...
I read that in Bernie's voice. Yeah.
Yeah. The 1%. The fun percent. How
The
about
fun
that?
percent man.
Oh, Davis R.S. Rulisak said, crazy rich orphan.
Oh, I like
That's
Crazy
really
Rich
good.
Orphan.
Also,
Crazy
Evan
Rich
J. Kessler,
Orphan.
another comedian. It just feels good when comedians participate.
Thank you for participating.
Evan J. Kessler said, undercover boss.
Oh my God, that's good.
good.
That's really good.
You want to do some? Next one from Razor Lou. Jordan
Ooh,
Dahl.
I like Night Fist.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jordan Dahl. Night Fist.
Night Fist is like really accurate.
That should be someone's name because that's
Totally.
really good.
Right, totally. Night Fist and Day Slap.
Night Fist is great. It's campy and fun. Then we got
Yeah.
at Jonathan B. Moore says McGruff the Crime Bat.
Dude.
That's
Holy
good.
shit, that's so fucking
I
funny.
like that. Take a bite out of the something. Darth Plato says Leather Daddy. Ooh.
That's great.
Ooh.
Winslow Dumaine says Fist Goth.
I like how Evan Nix just says Batman. 2 words.
Oh, dude, and Loki hates you. This one rules. It just says Undies Orphan. The man with no mommy.
Oh my God.
At Weston Woe, Boomerang Billionaire. Oh, man. All right. We're going to read 2 more. Actually, we're going to read...
Oh,
we're
wow.
going to read like 4 more because these are great.
All right, I want to
Nate
read.
Craig,
Yeah.
thanks for jumping in. You should
Oh
say
yeah,
it.
Nate Craig. I can't believe we mentioned him earlier. Nate Craig says trust fundamentalist with the we put the emoji of a target with an arrow right in the middle.
Dude. And Marie Colette responded, that's exactly what I was going to say, Nate.
Oh, it's funny.
Brendan Cooney said flat man.
Flat
And
man.
if you follow him at Cooney or Die, you will find out that that's because he has an ongoing war with Flappers Comedy Club in Burbank, California.
And it's always funny to me.
Okay, 2 more. At Andrew Hillary US says Jeff Batzos. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, dude, that's the one.
Oh wow, that's a
Call
good
Me
one.
By Your Kevin. Crime Puncher.
Crime puncher. That's what that sounds like if you translated it too many times to another language.
Totally. Yeah,
Be
yeah,
crime
yeah.
puncher.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's what they call Batman in South Africa.
Crime puncher. Wow. So crime puncher, Donovan Rich Cop. This was a good topic.
This was
Thank
Y'all
you
are
so
the
much for shouting at us.
Thank you so much. And now this is interesting. Like, oh no, we're recording more this week, but it's just funny to be pre-recording a bunch because then we just like won't be doing it for July.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
They'll be out there.
They'll be out there. We're gonna have new episodes every week.
Yeah,
New
yeah.
Patreon episodes every week. Don't worry about that.
Patreon.com/what's it called if you want more of us. And we've been having so much fun on there. I think we said what? Oh yeah, what's in there is our Patreon podcast, and this week we're doing what's in Nelly's Bandit. Dude, Caleb thought of that one, and I just think that's really genius.
We're having a lot of fun.
Follow him at Dumb Caleb on Twitter. I'm at Dave to the Ross. I'm also at Dave to the Ross on Instagram, and he's at Caleb Sign on Instagram. And yeah, we love you so much.
Thank you so much. Have a good. We love you.
We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
What's it called? What's it called? What's it called? Oh, he doesn't even know what it's called. What's it called? What's it called?
What's It Called is produced by Hold the Phone Comedy. HoldThePhone.tv. Yeah.